Hi, my name is Puglisi. I'm here to talk about the horned lizard. It's actually a really cool animal. It's a little bit smaller. It's not really as big as like a Komodo dragon or anything. And it's found in the southwestern United States in the desert. And it uses a lot of different defense mechanisms, and one is a little bit more shocking than the rest. It has this really grainy, kind of sand-like camouflage coloring, which for other animals is usually enough, but on top of that, it has these horns on its head that make it look really intimidating and like scaly and kind of like grotesque almost. And above that, it can run relatively fast. I mean, it's a lizard, so it can get away. But on top of that, if there's a predator that's getting too close, it can actually shoot blood out of its eyes into the face of its attacker. What's interesting about this is that it only is effective in the sense that it kind of warns them off. Like, they find it super gross, almost like a skunk kind of smell. It ruins their appetite and they won't come back, but this only affects like felines and canines. But those aren't the only predators that it has. So I was curious as to why it doesn't affect birds in that sense. So it will squirt blood out of its eyes. It has these little ducts like in its eyes or around its eyes that it builds the pressure up, and eventually this stream of blood just comes like storming out basically into the eyes and nose, that's what it aims for, of its attacker. And dogs and cats will get squirted and hate it. They won't ever come back if they see a lizard. They won't try to eat it because they can smell the blood and it doesn't smell good. But for birds, it doesn't affect them. It isn't unappetizing. It doesn't scare them. It's ineffective, basically. So the question is, do the lizards just not know how to fend off birds properly because, maybe their defense mechanisms just aren't designed for birds, in which case, why not? Or did birds already co-evolve, like within an evolutionary arms race, did they evolve this sense of smell that made the blood not smell bad? I think people are still studying this because it is actually very interesting as to why it would affect dogs and cats but not birds. So there you go. That's the horned lizard and a really cool defense mechanism.